The introduction of technology and social media has changed the way that men treat and view women, and not in a good way. Men have strayed away from the classy opening car doors and replaced it with bad manners and overstepping boundaries. It is for this reason that there is an increased number of failed relationships in today's world, and why today I will demonstrate how to be a gentleman. Today I will teach you how to be a gentleman. In order to do so, I will first explain what a gentleman is, second, discuss how it works and perform a demonstration, and finally, discuss what the future holds for gentlemen. According to Britannica, the official encyclopedia, in a strict sense, the term gentleman denoted means a man of good family. According to History News, originally the word gentleman referred to a man of gentle birth, one who is entitled to bear arms, though not ranking among the nobility, but also applied to a person of distinction without precise definition of rank. According to the Morning News, in the early 1700s, boys raised to be gentlemen would start learning Latin and Greek at 7, and by the early teens would know Hebrew and a handful of Roman languages. He would know cartography, geometry, astronomy, cosmography, and metalwork. He would know how to forge his coat of arms. According to Jerry Walton, a gender studies expert, he says that a man who will annoy or insult a woman in the street lowers himself to a brute. Know whether he offends by look, word, or gesture. When walking alone and being approached by another individual on the same side of the street, a gentleman was admonished to give them the upper side of the pavement, that is, the side nearest to the house. Greeting women as a man was also different from today. According to the World Turned Upside Down, a media outlet in Britain, they say that in meeting a lady friend, wait for her to bow to you, and in returning her salvation, remove your hat. By the 1900s, things were still very formal, and bowings as greetings was still very common and a social norm. According to the Old Farmer's Almanac in the 1900s, a gentleman should not bow from a window to a lady on the street, though he may bow slightly from the street upon being recognized by a lady in a window. Such recognition should, however, generally be avoided, as gossip is likely to attach undue importance to it when seen by others. Although it was different today, there were a handful of rules and manners in the 1900s that carried over to today, such as don't chew with your mouth open, or don't interrupt people, or don't be a lot of bother when you are a house guest. It wasn't until the 2000s, with the introduction of social media, that the formal way of being a gentleman began to start to get lost. According to Reader's Digest, things like handwritten thank you letters have been thrown out the window in place for text messages and calls. They say that a quick thank you with an email or text messages are perfectly fine. The great thing about my demonstration is that you don't need anything except yourself. And according to the Stag Company, the only thing a gentleman needs is honesty. Another thing, according to the Gentleman's Gazette, that a gentleman needs is to be a man of your word. For my first demonstration, I will demonstrate how to open a car door for your lady, aka, in this case, my beautiful mother. No problem. Nice. In my second demonstration, I will demonstrate that a lady should never carry things. Here, I can take that for you.
That's my purse.
It's mine now.
No.
In my third demonstration, I will demonstrate how to open a door for a lady. After you.
Thank you.
The fourth and final thing in my demonstration is bringing your lady something that makes her happy without her having to ask. Here you are.
Oh, so sweet of you. I love Starbucks.
To keep it short and simple, this skill is useful in finding a lifetime partner and also making another person beside yourself feel special and wanted. In certain situations, this may also help in getting laid. Results may vary, not guaranteed. By being a gentleman, there are long-term changes. It will change how you view women or the sex you are attracted to. It will change how you treat women or the sex you are attracted to, and it will become a lifestyle of living, not just for one person, but for yourself. Today I taught you how to be a gentleman. In order to do so, I explained what a gentleman is. Second, discussed what a gentleman is and performed several demonstrations. And finally, revealed what the future will look like if you follow these tips and demonstrations. In a world with increasingly failed relationships, it is important to go back on what makes successful relationships successful. And that starts with being a gentleman. The rest takes care of itself.